starting way behind schedule, but we are here now and we are ready to talk to you. So let me go ahead and introduce you to the brothers in the studio. A very good evening to you, Reliance Akudu.
Good evening, Pisa. Good evening, Port Harcourt. Good evening, Garden City. Very, very sorry. We're late. It's a holiday season. Yeah.
All right, we also have Berachi Kema Esquire. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Port Harcourt. Good evening, Garden City. Good evening, Pizza. We're really sorry for coming late. It's actually my fault. I'm sorry.
All right, what do we have for today?
We're still on the topic of new creation. Let me put it that way because why today is very, very important, and I'm not really happy that we are late, is because next by Friday midnight,
Are you
most
sure
of
I don't want that made us to come late?
we don't have time now. Don't no distraction. Let us let us do what we're here for. Uh, Friday night, most of us will feel a lot of buildings like sheep without shepherd, saying that we are bringing in the new year.
Mm.
There is
Crossing over.
cross. Yes, that's the word. Thank you, sir.
Crossover.
That crossover
Crossover to Passover.
to Passover to
To take over.
Passover to crossover to take over every year. And what we are discussing today is this: that any place, if you are somebody that is doing Passover to crossover, if you are doing any
take
crossover to take over whatever, you are not a
To
Christian.
hand over.
You are not a Christian. You have not repented. You have not. You are not saved. Let me put it that way. And we are going to prove that to you through the scripture. If you are, let me repeat, let me make it clear. Hear me and hear me clearly. If you are bringing in New Year that you are crossing over, you are not a Christian.
You are not actually crossed over.
You are not saved. You have not crossed over. That's exactly what we are saying. How do I say this? Look at what we discussed yesterday, last Saturday. Romans, open your scriptures to Romans chapter 6 from verse 8. We're going to discuss 8 to 11. Barry, so you can help in when you want to come in and
Go ahead.
yes, from verse 8. Now, the scripture said, now at this present time, if we be dead with the Messiah, we believe that we shall live with him. Now, if you be dead, that means if you have died with Christ, we believe that we shall also live with him. 9. Knowing that the Messiah, being raised from the dead, dieth no more. Dieth no more, for death has no more dominion over him. For in that he died unto sin once, but in that he liveth unto the Almighty.
Mm.
Look at John chapter 6, 14 verse 6. John chapter 14 verse 6. The book of John chapter 14 verse 6. Holding that thought of Romans chapter 6 verse 10. For in that he died unto sin once, but in that he liveth unto the Almighty. John chapter 14 verse 6. Yeshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Mm.
What is the meaning of that? No, they read this every time, but without any understanding attached to it. Romans chapter 6 verse 10 said, for in that he died unto sin once, but in that he liveth unto the Father.
Mm.
Remember, the Father is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. Paul made us to understand in Philippians chapter 3 verse 3 that we are the circumcision that worship Yahweh in the spirit. We rejoice in Yahushua HaMashiach and have no confidence in the flesh. Meaning what? That we died with him, buried with him, and resurrected with him. Go back to Romans chapter 6, verse 5. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. Knowing this, that our old man was crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that we henceforth should not serve sin. I will then read verse 4 and make it understandable to you that if you are in any building on Friday saying that you are crossing over, that means you have not died with the Messiah. You didn't die with him.
Not crossed. You are still in the
You are still in the old Adam. You have not been buried. And you are not resurrected with him. Because the spirit has nothing to do with the flesh anymore. I will read in Colossians where it says, we don't pay attention to days. It is not in us, the spiritual beings. Okay? Look at Romans chapter 6, verse 4. Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as the Messiah was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life. Did you hear that? In newness of life.
Yes.
I'm already in the Messiah. Galatians 2:20 said, I'm crucified with him. Nevertheless I live, yet not I. The Messiah lives in me. The life which I now live in this flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of the Almighty who loved me and gave himself for me.
I love that.
Then, Barrister, why is it that Yahushua will be in buildings trying to welcome New Year? Okay, think about this. The Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark. All the 8 souls that went into the ark, after the ark has crossed over to the new world, are they still celebrating whatever happened in the past where they came out from?
No.
Everything became new.
Yes, sir.
We are the new creation. If any man be in Yahushua, he is a new creation. All things has passed away. Behold, all things have become new. You died in Adam.
I hear you, sir.
You died in Adam,
Tell them.
but you are alive in Yahushua HaMashiach. The first Adam and this last Adam, Yahushua gathered everything that has to do with Adam and took it to death, buried, and resurrected. If a corn or wheat did not drop to the ground and die, it abided alone. You eat corn on the cob. That's what we call it, corn on the cob. You do not tell me that the corn that was sown, that was dropped into the ground, is the same corn that you are eating. A spirit man does not welcome New Year and things like that, please.
Because the glory of, is it the message of Yahweh is new every morning. So what Apostle Kude is trying to say is that if you look at the book of Galatians chapter 4 verse 10, Apostle Paul was admonishing them and he was saying 4:10. He said that you observe days and months and times and years. I'm afraid of you, at least I have bestowed unto you labor in vain. As believers, we don't, as new creations.
Please, I take it easy, read it again.
Let me read.
Yes,
Okay, let's read from verse 1 so I will hear all Paul is saying.
Please.
Galatians 4 verse 1. Now I say that the heir, as long as he be a child, different nothing from a servant, though he be master of all, but is under the tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. Even as we, when we were children, were in bondage under the elements of this world. Just like at the time I was observing New Year when I was a child, under the element of this world until I crossed over. He said, verse 4, he said, but when the fullness of time had come, which is now, the fullness of time has come for you to understand the knowledge. But when the fullness of time had come, Yahweh sent forth his son, made of a woman, made unto the law, to redeem them which were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. What do you mean by adoption? Adoption is to bring you from here and put you into here. Bring you from pen A to pen B. That is a movement. That is a transition. That is a move. So you don't move every year, you move once. Now look at that carefully. We're 9 verse 6. And he said, and because you are sons now, before we're not sons, but now you're sons, Yahweh had sent forth the spirit of his son into your heart, crying, Abba, Father. I love this verse 7. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son. You are moved from servanthood to sonship. So, and if a son, then an heir of Yahweh through the Messiah, Yahushua. Verse 8. Howbeit then, when you know not Yahweh, you did service unto him which by nature are not gods. But now, after that you have known Yahweh, or rather are known of Yahweh, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly element, whereunto you desire again to be in bondage? This is the exact admonition for you that want to go and cause over on tomorrow, next tomorrow, on Sunday, Verse 10. He said, you observe days and months and times and years. He said, I'm afraid of you, lest I bestowed unto you labor in vain. Brethren, I beseech you, be as I am, for I am as you are, have not injured me at all. Then you can read that. Or what are you trying to say? Should I go further?
You've read it. Look at the same thing in the book of Colossians.
Okay.
If you look at chapter 2, from verse 16, don't understand what we are saying now. He said, let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of an holiday, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come. But the body is of the Messiah. Let no man beguile you of your reward in a voluntary humility and worshipping of angels, intruding into those things which he has not seen, vainly puffed up by his fleshly mind, and not holding the head, from which all the body by joints and bands having nourishment ministered and knit together increases with the increase of the Almighty. Verse 20. Wherefore, if we be dead with the Messiah from the rudiments of the world, why as though living in the world? See, that's what. Wherefore, if we be dead with the Messiah from the rudiments of the world, why as though living in the world
Again.
are ye subject to ordinances, touch not, taste not, handle not, which all are to perish with the using, after the commandments and doctrines of men, which things have indeed a shew of wisdom in will worshipping and humility, and the neglecting of the body, not in any honor to the satisfying of the flesh. See, this is very complicated because sometimes it is trying to separate you from Judaism, people that worship on Saturdays, that tell you to keep the Sabbath and all that. But I want to use it to tell you, the scripture said in Romans chapter 8, verse 10, if the Messiah is in us, the body is dead because of sin, but the spirit is life because of righteousness. If any man be in the Messiah, in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17, if we are joined with the Messiah, we are joined, united by one spirit, a member of his body, a member of his flesh, and of his bone. It is not the right set of mind. It is against the positional truth. We are already seated in the heavens. Every day we are here is to glorify him. There's nothing like bringing in the new year. Not only that, if we look at Daniel chapter 7:25, Look at Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
Okay. Daniel 7:25.
Very important. Daniel
Okay.
7:25, please, sir.
Okay. Daniel 25 says. Read from verse.
Just that's 7:25, sir.
Okay.
If we get to that.
Okay. And then read.
Yes, sir.
25 says. 25 says, for he must reign till he had put all enemies under his feet.
Daniel 7, Daniel, the book of Daniel 7:25. The book of Daniel 7:25. Is that what you have there?
Yes, Daniel 7.
Daniel 7:25. Jeremiah.
So what I was trying to say from this other scripture I read,
Daniel 7:25.
what I was trying to say from the last scripture I read is there's what we call the Passover. Before now, when a man becomes born again, he is translated from death to life. And the life the Messiah has to give is not limited to time, it is a continuous process. So I understand the euphoria, Happy New Year, and all that's fine, but you don't move. Your movement is not, the service you attend is not sine qua non, is not, how will I explain it now? It is not, they put a lot of force towards it. That let us go for, people that, every person goes for crossover service. After crossover service, they make a new resolution. I will not do this, I will not do that. But the issue now is that if you are in the Messiah, you have crossed over from darkness to light. And that place that you are in is continuous. There's no further crossing over from lower light to higher light, or from less light to higher light. You are in the Messiah. So it's either you are here or there. You must take a position. It's either you are in the last Adam or you are in the first Adam. You must decide where you are.
Okay, sir. It's Daniel 7:25.
Okay.
Listen. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the sense of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Look at, I will get to that to explain it more. Look at Exodus chapter 12, 1 and 2. So if you can get 13 and 4.
Exodus 12, 1 and 2.
I get 13, 1 and 4. Actually, when is the new year? Let us establish that first. If we can even use that.
Exodus 12, 1 and 2 says, moreover, brethren, I declare unto you
Exodus.
This is my script Bible. My Bible. I don't know. The one in my phone.
Okay, it's Exodus.
Exodus 12,
1 and 2.
Okay. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses. You can see what.
Yes.
Look at.
Just forget about
Look at what is different. And Yahweh spoke unto Moshe and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of the month.
Which month? That month shall be what?
The beginning of the month.
That month shall be what?
The beginning of the month.
Okay.
And it shall be the first month of the year to you.
The first month of the year to you. If we believe that we are calling Yahweh, Yahweh has a month that begins his year. It is not January.
Thank you very much.
Let us even establish that.
That's the month of Habib.
The month of Abib. That's what it's called. And that Abib is the first month, which is April 1st.
Yes, 1st of April.
Is the new year to the people of Yahweh.
Yes.
To the people that Yahushua came to. But when in Daniel 7:25, a king shall come, it has already been prophesied that will change time and seasons and the laws that Yahweh has set. And now you are just going for it.
And enjoying it.
And you are enjoying it. Let us look at Exodus 13, verse 4.
Exodus 13, 4 says, 13:4 says, this day came ye out in the month of Habib.
This month came ye the children of Israel. Passover. Christ, the Messiah, is our Passover, has been sacrificed for us. As Egypt was to the children of Israel, so the world is to us that has left the world. As Pharaoh was to the children of Israel, so Satan is to us in this world, the God of this world. When we left the world is the day Christ became our Passover, the lamb that was sacrificed for us. The Father made him to be sin for us who knew no sin, that we may be made the righteousness of the Father in him. January is not the beginning of the month for believers. Okay? So there's nothing different between you and a man that is in club, popping champagne and wine and drinks with babes and all that. Nothing different with you and the person that are in a building saying that you are bringing in the new year. And tomorrow you call yourself you are a Christian because you are deceived. I'm telling you the truth. It's here. It's in the scripture. And your pastors knows that what I'm telling you is the truth.
You know, I read them here. Most of them don't know.
You know,
most of the pastors are not aware. You know,
but you're supposed to study before you start communicating to the people the truth.
Yeah,
When a man has died in Yahushua, it is a common sense thing that the God of this world is Satan. The God, Pharaoh was a God in the time that Israel left Egypt. This world is like Egypt. And we find it so difficult to leave the things of this world. That's why I say crucify the flesh. They that are in the Messiah have crucified the flesh with the lust thereof. A friend of the world is in enmity with the Almighty. All that is in the world, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of the life. He that loves this world is an enemy of the Almighty. I'm telling you the truth. It is time that we get back to the truth so that the promises of Yahweh can start manifesting in our lives. There was a time I was in ignorance. There was a time I will lead a candle, even in the US, praying on that new year.
Our 5 years ago, I used to do it. That new year, I will lit 7 candles. I'll use the candle and run myself. Stay in the middle. Open my heart, to pray. To get revelation.
So, even to get revelation. To be alive. But when somebody is already in the Messiah, I have crossed over from Adam to the Messiah. I died in the last Adam and resurrected with the second.
Let me give you an understanding. You came from America.
I came from Nigeria.
In Nigeria, in America for a very long time ago. So let me tell you what's happening here.
Okay.
Most people go for this course of the service because they believe that in that day, the first day, as they want to cross over, they want to start the year with God. That's it. The man is a thief. He's a sinner, a chief sinner. All the politicians, their election is coming on. They know that they are going to key for election and do bad thing and they know that they are going to resume and steal from you, but they know that they just want to start with God. Now, I was telling you about the Nigerian God. The Nigerian God is a very unique kind of God. It's different from the God of Israel. Because the Nigerian God is God that a man will go and do an election, kill people, lie and steal, and he go and thank God that God helped him to win. The Nigerian God is a God where a woman sends her daughter to school. The daughter comes back with G-Wagon. And the woman will go to a church meeting and say, praise Andine Mama. God has blessed her. Not knowing that maybe her daughter has collected somebody's husband or is feeling a Yahoo boy. The Nigerian God is a God where the mother sends her child to school. The boy carry computer. Now I buy Yahoo. Comes back with a lot of money. She will buy car for the mother. And the mother is. So what am I trying to tell you now is this. They believe that they want to start the year with God.
Okay.
So then they believe that maybe if they start the year with God, this God will protect them throughout 360 days. So it's a contract.
Okay.
They enter a contract.
The
Yeah.
covenant.
And normally they have what we call paper. What they call it? Is it vow or paper? What they call it? You have a paper where you write all you want to happen from January to December. So it's like you enter paper, enter sacrifice, enter vow, and it's a game. A serious cogent activity.
Are you serious?
That's what happens. So in that is exactly what happens. Then you now tick. You now tick it. They now say tick high what you want God to do for you. So after that day, you now submit your vow and you do with money. You use money to seed to hold it with the God, Nigerian God, and submit it. Then you can go and do it you like. The Nigerian God will protect you. Then you now come back again after if you survive.
Okay.
If you survive the COVID and Buhari, if you survive COVID-19 and Omicron did not kill you, you now survive Buhari's economy.
Yes.
Then you come the next year, 31st, enter another position.
I'm confused. When you say Buhari's economy, is there a particular economy
No,
assigned to the president?
When I mean Buhari's economy, this economy that we are, Mr. President is in charge
I
of the
prefer
economy.
you say if you survive this economy.
Okay, but if you survive this Nigerian economy now,
What's that?
if you survive Nigerian economy now, you now come on that 31st and start again with the
Another
God.
agreement.
So that's the challenge. So it means that they don't understand what they are doing.
So that is what when we say that a real Christian faith has an
Object.
absolute object,
Mm.
an objective purpose.
Mm.
Okay, but what you are saying, these people have what we call relative faith with subjective purpose.
And no, let me conclude it.
Okay,
That and this 31st night must go with declaration.
that's what I'm saying.
The papa or the mama must declare, I decree that as you go this year shall be well. They will come with a team. They will come with a team. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
They have been coming with teams. The other time they say heaven on earth. This is that. Ho ha. Hey hey hey. All the team. What is that what they call again? Dominion to dominion. Power to power. All after they give all these teams, the nation is still like this.